Hi, and Hammy, Mountain Adventures. Tonight, we're getting brave. I'm heating up leftover pork roast and frying up uh, potatoes, onions, and corn on the smoking stove and hoping for the best. So, come join us. Let's watch the fire for a little bit and then I'll spin you guys around. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. All right. So thanks for clicking on the live, and I hope to hang out with you guys for a couple hours tonight. So, all right, here we go. I'm liking this. This is cool. I'm gonna try and get this figured out. Last time I did it, I couldn't see the comments until the end of the night, which I thought was really weird. And it was only when my tablet went boop boop and told me that my battery was dying. It was like, where are the comments? Can't see the comments. So, anyways, I want to get us into the live chat here, and then we're just gonna sit down and watch the stove for a little bit, and I'm gonna cook, and then I won't put you through watching me eat after about 4 or 5 beers. So, but I'm cooking on the stove right. Well, you can't see it right now. I'll have to spin you around. But I got a frying pan of leftover pork roast, and a little bit of corn in that. And it's everything that was out of the roasting pan, so including the fat from when I cooked it. So now it's just like simmering away. And in the other frying pan, I've got um, potatoes that I chopped up small. They were already boiled. I boil my potatoes. I wash them. I boil them whole. So then when hi hi NVL, hi sweetheart. Thank you. I am having a great day. I really am. I got all the lights turned on everywhere. And Mr. Moon is not too far from me, just inside the house, and I got all my cameras up and everything. So if I get spooked by anything, there's a good chance that I'll see it first. Yeah, so I'm actually having a really good birthday. I just did a live feed on Facebook for my mama, my stepmama, right? Because the only thing about step with her is that girl, she stepped up. She's good to my daddy, right? They've been together for like, wow, 30 years now. So I just wanted to wish her happy Mother's Day. And yeah, so, and did a little shot for her and everything, and hopefully if she's napping right now or something, she'll wake up and hit a shot of wine. Have a drink with me, Mom. But I told her the only thing step about her is that she stepped up and made me, help make me who I am today. So it's been a fantastic day. But yeah, like I say, I'm trying to get this food cooked up because it's getting dark and I don't want any furry visitors, unless they're like, you know, people from that I know, like, hillbillies and wild men and stuff like that. I memean, some of their women have beards too, don't get me wrong, but that's the only kind of hairy people I want to show up, right? So, I don't need I don't need a bear showing up. I got half a pork roast and I got like 3 potatoes frying up with some onions, but it's taken forever because I didn't want the stove to go real hot earlier in the day, right? So now it's getting dark. I'm like, hurry up. So anyways, I'm gonna set you down so y'all can look at the fire for a little bit, and that way when I'm running back and forth, you can see me cooking, and because it's really hard. I'm in my little fort. Got my twinkle lights going on. I have a pretty little candle going over here. Um, on the wind chime, that's another set of little green lights just hanging off of that. So when the wind blows, those lights will move. And then I got my little lantern there, and of course my birthday drinks, right? So gotta stay sober while I'm cooking, because I don't want to pickle the bear, right? I mean, what makes for better TV than cooking pork in the dark in bear country? Just waiting for him to show up. That's going to make some good TV, I tell you what. Me crying and peeing, running all the way to the door. Yeah, so that ought to be fun. All right, well, I'm going to put you down and have you watch the fire as per usual because it's just easier that way while I do this. And then I'll spin you back around, put you up. I got a bench up here beside me. Well, right there. All right. So then that way I can put the camera up and I can talk to you and you can actually see me this time. I went big budget, got me a trouble light. Had to build a tripod to hang it from, but I got me an outside light now, and I got all the front lights on up in the front of the house there where I heard that noise. It was a lynx. It wasn't a bear. It was a lynx. I could smell pee. I could smell like pissy smell. And my neighbor kept teasing me on my Facebook Live saying that, that, oh, I smell a bear. No, it wasn't a bear. It was a freaking lynx. I saw him on the security camera. He come circling around the house right where I used to have my fires, all my last live feeds. He come right up there sniffing about. So now I'm only 10 feet from the back door with a shovel. It's like, this is like going to town. Yeah, this is like heading out to the bar. They won't let you bring your shovel in the bar, but at least, out here, what's trying to, eat you. That sounds so bad. That's, don't take that out of context, right? Okay, well, I'm going to spin you around here before I burn myself. Yeah, cigarette going. Yeah, I know, right? But where I'm sitting now, if I lean forward like this, you probably can't see. But if I go like, no, you can't see past the light. But underneath that light, I can see right through the screen door. And I hooked up security cameras. Well, Mr. Moon did it. He hooked up a security camera around the front and the back of my house here. So I can lean forward and if anything comes around, I can see it on like I think it's a 60-inch TV screen, right? That faces the door. So I don't have to just get up and run around looking for it. So yeah, it's all good. I'm not worried. It's just I want to get my leftovers cooked because yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm safe, sweetheart. I'm safe. I promise you, I'm safe. And he's home right now, and he's just on the other side of the sunroom. So if I start screeching or doing whatever, right, or tell him that something's going on, he'll just check that for me and pull up for each area back here. So yeah, he got me those. This is a birthday present, right? So he got me a couple more, and yeah, I'm really happy about that because I like to be outside at night. I love to be outside at night. It's so quiet and peaceful. You can hear tree frogs and crickets and have your campfire. And, there's no traffic, there's no noise. It's just usually dead quiet except for the sounds of nature. So I'm super excited about that. So I wanted to try it out. So I thought, well, why not tempt fate and cook some pork? See what comes in. Oh my God. I know, right? And I've hardly been drinking at all. I just started, so. All right. Well, I'm going to set you down because my cigarette here is getting short and it's burning my fingers. All right, let's spin you around. I can still see your comments. I just got to see if I can get you to the stove. No, it's a little high, no? Hang on, let me put this thing out. It's hot. Move that. Move that so I don't bust an ankle. All right, we got to go down a level. This stand works really good, but it doesn't sit on a tripod. See, that's a nice view like that. But, toes. Oh, see, it's still too high. All right, bear with me while I try to get this thing figured out. I got a bunch of boards set up here. See, it's not going to sit proper on that. Got you sitting on a kitty litter bucket. Don't worry, it's empty. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, sweetheart. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really, really do. All right, so we got to lean this way. How can I lean it this way? No, let's go block it. I guess I'm going to have to set these on the ground, on the boards. I think that's the only way it's going to work. It was working fine earlier, but now I've been mucking with it. And last time I put you guys on the ground, the dew screwed up my tablet. See, that's still not... Oh, I'm smelling that piss again. Might be on my shoes. I'm wearing my goat shoes. Why is that? Dang it. Where's my camera? At the side. See, that's it. It's nice like that, but I can't get it to stay. I just can't get it to stay. I know. But But this tablet thing is pretty cool because you can reverse it. Look at them. Thank you. Hi, Chuck. Thanks, sweetheart. I got y'all sitting on the ground right now. I'm trying to cook on the stove. And I can't get my tablet to lean forwards. I need my tablet to do this. And it's on this stand. But I don't know how far forwards I can tip it. Y'all just gotta bear with me for a minute. I hate this thing. Alright. You can see that? Okay. Maybe. How's that? Oh, too much. Let me see. How's that? Is that blocking the camera? Does that block the camera? Can you still see the fire? So far, so good. Alright, awesome. Okay, because I'm still cooking. So, as I was saying, I'm cooking leftover pork roast from the other night. Not birthday night. Just... Oh. Alright. Can you see me? You see my feet? I know I'm blocking the view. This fire's hot. Alright. Woo. It's too damn hot for a moment. Making some gravy with that one, and ouch, on this one, we got fried potatoes and corn. That's almost done. I started this earlier. Cute. I did a Facebook Live earlier while I was cooking this, but it started getting dark, so I figured I better get her done now. Alright. I'm in my goat shoes. Pair of Crocs. I don't normally wear them either. Usually it's work boots, steel-toe boots, or hiking boots. But I want to get this done so I can get it in the house and get down to some partying. I already fed Mr. Man. He got leftover cheeseburgers and french fries from last night. And that's what we have for Mother's Day. Oh, okay. Then at least I can put yous up on this big bench. I got a big workbench up here now in my little fort. I'm not at camp. I'm just behind the house. Like I was saying to NBL, if I lean this way, I can see, and I look through, I can see it's like a big 60-inch screen, 56-inch or something. I don't know. It's huge. And it shows me around the house where I can't see, where I'm blind, around the front side there and around the back side by the barn. So those are the two main screens that I got up. So I just look at them, and it has like an infrared thing. And it also has a motion sensor. So if something moves over there, then a red light comes, like a red brick comes up in the corner. And it just automatically records it. But if it's something moving, at least with it being, you pick up the eye shine. And if it's something fairly decent, it'll pick up the shape of it, and it'll do a little thing around it to let you know there's something out there moving. So we're good. I'm set tonight. I'm not even scared, and I got my trusty shovel. Of course I got my shovel. All right, so, but I did a Facebook Live for my stepmama to wish her a happy Mother's Day, because I talked to my dad yesterday for about an hour and a half on cell phone. I'm not used to having a cell phone up against my head that long for an hour and a half, so that could be why I'm nuts enough tonight to sit out here and cook some food in the dark in Bear Country. Yay me. All right, way to go. I'm making choices. Not sure if they're good ones, but I'm making choices. And, yeah, I have the treble light hanging right beside me. And I've got about, I don't know, it's on a, 25-foot cord, and I got it plugged into a 100-foot extension cord or a 50-foot extension cord. So if I need to take a little walk down and have two lights, the flashlight and this, I'm good. I can just hang it anywhere or throw it at it. Me and my shovel. I like to carry a shovel more than I do a purse. All right, so this is almost done, so I just figured we would do a quick live and let me get this food done, and then I'll move the food inside. Y'all have to watch the fire for a few minutes. And then I'm going to bring the camera up on this table and hopefully position it so where you can see me and the stove. Because I'm not worried about putting my back. Like if I'm filming from inside this little fort, I can put my back towards the house. Nothing's going to bother me. And then, I think tomorrow I'll move the stove to a better spot. I should have done it today, but I got so much going on. I played with my animals today and my chickens, and we had a good time. They got to pick around in the garden. That I'm not really doing anything except digging it and flipping it. So they're quite happy to be in there, picking out on worms and bugs and stuff. And the ravens were happy to get their food today. And so, yeah, it's a good day. So you only got to look at it from this angle for about another 10 minutes, and then I'm going to disappear for a minute, run it into the house, and then that way at least, well, see, I didn't fry the potatoes before. They were just boiled, and I wanted to fry them up. So they've got some corn oil, some corn kernels in them, some onion, and some garlic. So I got that all just, cooking up nice. And the pork is still in, I wrapped the pork in bacon when I roasted it. So any of the fats and stuff that were in the roasting pan are in that pan with it now. I sliced it all up nice and thin, right? And then I'm making a gravy. So as soon as it starts to gravy up, I'll just take it in and put it in the house. And then that way, when I want to eat it, I just microwave it. I'm not proud. I'll microwave it. I'm not gonna sit here and eat in front of everybody on my birthday. Besides, it would just wreck my buzz. If I pack a whole bunch of food into my belly, how am I supposed to get my happies into me? Oh, and check. I know you're watching, but look, can you see that? I still got lots left. I don't know, see down the side? Probably can't see down the side. It goes to about here. So, that's still pretty good. I behaved myself after your show. And then I didn't even drink any yesterday. What day was yesterday? Sunday. Mother's Day. No, I didn't drink on Mother's Day. Well, I drank beer, but I didn't drink any rum on Mother's Day. But I'm drinking it today. That, and I probably fried my brain with phone radiation for an hour and a half on the telephone. But I got to talk daddy for an hour and a half, so it was an amazing day. I need my poker. Well, yeah, I went out to camp and I brought out to the, not camp, but out to the camper. And I found a whole bunch of old wood that I'd had stashed underneath it. So that's all I'm burning tonight. I got sticks, I got some old lumber. But I don't want to burn any of the lumber while the food's on top. Even though it's in a frying pan with a lid. Still, you know what I mean? Nothing says like spicy flavor like a chunk of plywood. I know. Don't breathe that in. Well, I'm not gonna let it get all over my food neither. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm definitely having a good day today. And I like this trouble light. The trouble light's just above you. But I like this trouble light because it's lighting up the parts of the brush line here that I can't see. Found some, I got these little snippers. They're just the handheld ones. So anytime I go to cut this stuff, I use them for Angelina, like when I'm cutting down raspberry canes for. Well, got digging around the garage and didn't know we had them. But apparently I got a pair of the brush loppers, like they're the same little snipper. Looks like a pair of tin snips. Alright, but stronger, made by Gerber or something. And then, but anyways, I found these ones that have extendable handle on them, which is so much easier because I can just walk and hold them and just dangle them down in front of me and just snip as I go instead of bending over to get it right down at the base. These things, you know, they're like 2 feet long and they're not even heavy. So it's like, oh, score. So I'm going to be doing that tomorrow, cleaning off this ridge line a little bit. And for Father's Day, which is coming, I decided to, just okay a purchase because, what can I say? It's Father's Day. But Mr. Moon, he was talking. I was been bugging him to help me limb up a bunch of stuff. Well, he's got this big steel chainsaw, right? And it's a big one. And I mean, it's heavy. And to try to do that, up just past your waist or over your head for limbing, it's just like, I mean, she's a bitch. She's heavy, right? She'll cut down a big tree, no problem. But for limbing, it's a lot of work, right? So they had a sale on for battery operated chainsaw by DeWalt. They wanted like $200 for it, and it was on sale. So I said, "Do it, right? For from the kids." I just told them that these are from the kids. This is from the kids. Get it. But it didn't come with a battery, and he had one battery already. So I was like, "Well, you're gonna need more than one battery." So he went to go get the battery for it, and they came in a 2-pack. Almost $200 for the freaking batteries. You think when you buy the saw, it would come with a battery. All right, but no, you got to buy the battery separate, just like our Christmas toys when we were kids, right? So what looked like a really good deal for $200 turned into about $400. But the cherry tree is down and the little pine trees all limbed up, and I got some stuff for him to cut down over here. It's just light enough too that I can use it. So he says, "Well, one of these days," he says, "when you're up to it," he says, I want you to start practicing using that chainsaw," he says, "on that saw down Wettenhouse." I'm never going to do that. All right. So, but probably in the morning, So I'm going to take it out, try it out. And it's light. Like, I know how to use a chainsaw. I got 2 electric ones that you plug into extension cord because they're lighter for me. But that big steel that he's got, there's no way. It's like the bar on it's huge. It's heavy. It's gas, right? And it's so heavy that I couldn't hold it. I might be able to make one cut and then I'd just be burnt out. So this battery operated one's perfect for out at camp. I just got to practice with it a little bit, get used to the weight because the other ones are really light. All right, the ones that plug in, they're really light, and he got me those from the neighbor, and because I want to help when it comes time for those logs coming in to cut them up, right? So yeah, it might take me a little bit longer at one end of the log while they're doing the other ends, but still, it's better to have 3 saws running than just 2 or just one. So I was pretty happy about it. It cuts all right. Holds a charge for a long time, and it actually got some kick to it. She's got some juice to it, so. But until I can find a gas chainsaw that's small enough for me, I'll just use the electric one and the battery operated one. So, because I mean, for personally, I don't really need a big gas powered chainsaw. I'm not trying to build a log cabin or clear a trail, for a road or nothing. So I don't really need it. So, anyways, kids don't know it yet, but they bought their dad a chainsaw that mom can use. Oh, how's that go? No, wait. Kids bought their dad a chainsaw for mom. Oh, yeah, that food's smelling good. She's cooking now. All right, well, I'm going to be right back because I know that stuff's done by now. If I sit here gabbing, I'll burn it, and that'll ruin the whole day. So I gotta make 2 trips because I need one hand to open the door. All right, watch the fire. I'll be right back. Well, it's getting hot already. Can you turn that light on, please? All right. Well, howdy. I'm back. Now I gotta get the meat. Cute. I'll just put a picture at the end or something. I'll be right back. Okay, food is in the house. Nice. Very nice. Alright, now I can get you guys up off the ground. Move some stuff around over here. But this is what I love to do. I love to be outside and just hang out at the fire. I do this regularly. I've been out here since 2 o'clock. There we go. Open that up. Oh, I keep stepping on my poker. Wonder if Ron Jeremy has that problem. Keep stepping on his poker. I guess I probably should have showed you what I was cooking. Alright, we're going to move these up here and see if I can't get into the shot this time. I'm not dressed up pretty. Hi! I'm just hanging out, doing nothing. See if we turn it. I doubt we're going to get the stove into the shot. No, see, all you're going to get is the light. Yeah, I'd have to go way down like so. But anyways, I'll sit here and talk with you for a bit. Yeah, so it's been a good day. How's your day going? Oh, you can't even see me. Oh my goodness. See, that's what happens with this stupid thing. Alright, how's that? That better be the wind. I got plastic all over around here, and every time it goes boom, 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 I'm like, where's my shovel? This is better. So, sorry you can't see the fire. I have to move my chair. I'll move my chair in a minute. But it's kind of spitting out a little bit. And to get myself and the stove in the shot, I have to sit out from underneath the cover. So, I kind of like, it's almost like a baker tent with a workbench in it. So way at the back here, I can just scoot back there. There's some grass. It's just tied down to a couple cinder blocks. And it's up over a metal frame, like a swing set frame. But this is like a heavy duty homemade swing set frame. It's to hold like a big bench swing. Okay, just checking. Oh, my freaking nerves. So, but I was gonna, like I say, just, I did this earlier, but the smell of that food had the ravens crowing, and, you know, they could smell it. And instead of putting their food out on the pad like I normally do, I probably just invited raccoons upstairs because I set it up on the railing and they didn't come in. So at some point, hopefully before it gets too late and I don't forget, that means I have to run up there, and you guys will have to watch the fire. But I have to run up there, pick everything off the railing, right? Put it back in the bag, and then bring it inside, right? Otherwise, I'll have a raccoon showing up at my door. And we got a fat one, so I don't need raccoons around the chicken coop. Mm-mm. So cheers, everybody. Thank you for the birthday wishes. And I'm not spending it alone. I've had lots of friends and family that I've been hanging out with all day. And all I wanted to do was just sit back, have fire, and drink some beers. And I didn't want to lose my head, you know? All right. Now that I got to cook the food and have my fire, because shoot, it started at about 11:30 this morning. But to my credit, I've had one, two, three, four, 5 beers since what 11:30. Well, noonish. We'll say noon for those of you that are gonna judge me. You drinking at noon or at 11 o'clock in the morning? No, we'll say about noon. So that's all right. And I did eat. I had a healthy lunch today. Like healthy as in portion, not in it was good for me. I ate cake, a lot of cake. That's what I had for lunch. Cupcakes and a couple brownies, and I ate all the sweet stuff. You should have seen what I ate when I was done at your live feed, Chuck. Holy moly, it was what, 3 o'clock in the morning by the time we got done? Like all said, well, 2:30, 2 o'clock. And then I read my book, and I was hungry, but I didn't want to wake anybody up downstairs because it was so late. So I went rooting around in my snack fridge to see what I had. Had a couple chocolate chip muffins, and there was a chunk of brownie in it, and power bar, and half a bag of Tostitos, and that's what I ate for supper that night. And then my dad called me the next day from Florida, and I'm trying to talk to him after that rum and all that chocolate. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I got a mouthful of dirt. That's what it felt like. I felt literally like I slept in the dirt. I didn't get to bed till, like, to sleep till about 20 after 3. I know it was really, really late or really early. And then I was up at 8 o'clock because I had to go to the bathroom, and then I couldn't go back to sleep. So I ended up getting up. So I had about 5 hours sleep. Felt like a mouthful of dirt, right? I wasn't really hung over, just I slept with my mouth open. I must have been snoring or something. And the chocolate just made my face dry, like my mouth really dry, right? And I didn't have no juice beside me or nothing. So, and I didn't want to get up and take a drink of water in the bathroom because the only cup that I had paintbrush in it. So I turned the tap on, and here I am slurping like a welfare, the welfare cup, right? I'm starving, I'm thirsty. But it was those Tostitos. They have so much freaking salt in them when, you're already dehydrated from drinking beer. And then it's like, but I'm hungry. And then you eat really salty chips. And then, like I say, the only cup I had up there had a freaking paintbrush in it with some, a Mod Podge on it. And it was like, I'm not going to all that trouble to rinse that out to use the cup for a drink of water. So I just started slurping from the tap. All right, I used my hand, but honestly, I ended up getting my face down in the sink and just drinking it like I was drinking out of a water fountain. I was just so freaking dehydrated. And then when I was done, what did I do? I took a bite of brownie and ate 4 more chips. I called it sleep eating. Oh my gosh. I'm just getting some wood. Yeah. Good times. It's like, will you remember that birthday? You betcha. I played the worst, dirtiest trick today. I did, but it was a prank. And I played the prank today, and yeah, everybody thought for sure I was right mad. Hang on, I'll tell you about it in a second. This worked out so well, though. Even my neighbor thought I was mad at Mr. Moon. I wasn't mad. I was laughing. But I was trying to do it with a straight face so nobody knew that I was okay with it, right? Hang on. Ouch. Raspberry cane. Okay. Are you ready for this prank? All right. Mr. Moon was next door. He was helping his neighbor, our neighbor. And I was flipping through the emails because I delete the emails regularly because, I can only take so many. Timu sends me enough of them, right? Hang on, I'm getting more firewood. So, anyways, this email pops up from Twitter. It's a direct message from some woman, right? And I guess all he did was make the mistake of clicking on the picture. And it wasn't her profile picture or anything. It was just a picture that she put up, and he just clicked like on it, right? Some kind of meme or something. Well, now he gets a direct message, and it says, "Oh, I was just ecstatic that you liked my picture. Uh, I'd be willing to talk to you on my what was it? Oh, it's a private website or something, or secret website for free. I am so eager to talk to you." Right? It's just some old tramp, it's like, trust me, you talk to him for 20 minutes, girl, you're not going to be eager to talk to him for another 20. Right? Because he'll tell you exactly what he thinks, right? So anyway, she's some hooker or something, I don't know. But he gets this stuff all the time. He gets all kinds of spam and stuff like this, right? So I was like, are you kidding me? On my birthday? Really? This is what I'm reading in the emails? So, anyways, I went over to him and I told him, "You better check your emails. What's this? Why are you liking this person's picture? Why does she want to talk to you on her private website? Why is she eager to see you?" And I'm trying to do this with a straight face. My neighbor says, "Happy birthday." I go, "Not anymore." And I come home, right? His eyes just went, "I get those all the time. You know that it's nothing. It's just spam, right?" And I know it's spam because I answer these people, and they don't bother calling back, right, or texting back, right. But anyways, I got him, and I said that to him, and then he comes back and he was like, "I don't know why they're sending me this," and he looked weirded out for a minute, right. And I just started laughing. I says, "I'm not mad." He says, "Well, the neighbor doesn't know that," like this, right? And I says, "Well, it's my birthday. Everybody deserves some kind of drama and surprise on a birthday." And I said, "You tell him that's getting back for him trying to tell me that last time I was out here there was a fucking bear." So yeah, it was funny. It was funny. When he went back over and talked to me, he said, "No, she was just messing with me," he said. And he goes, because I'm like, "What the heck's she talking about?" Because when you're on Twitter, you can like somebody's, meme or something or whatever. But as soon as you do that, it's like when you go to block somebody, they have to say something first so that you can go to their page or their channel or their profile or whatever, right? So, anyways, they do that. They can actually send you a message because you communicated with them just by the like. They see who likes, they click on the name. It's just phishing, right? And I'm not stupid. It's like I know this. All right. So anyway, I was just laughing. It took me 20 minutes, right? 20 minutes to try to get a straight face to do this and act like I was all ticked off and whatnot, right? But man, my poor neighbor, he's just like, "Oh, something's going on." I can just hear him. He's probably telling them, "I think she's really mad about something. Some woman sent him a text and she got an email about it, and oh wow, she's eager to see him." And I'm like, "Girl, you're gonna talk to him for free? Nah. You know what? You want to talk to him? You pay him." It was funny. It was a good prank, right? Because it freaked everybody out because they thought I was mad. It's like, no, I've been on social media long enough to know, like scammers and spammers and whatnot, right? So what I want to do is next I get pictures sent to me sometimes of a man's private parts, and I think every woman should have one picture of this ginormous penis on her phone. I really do. So if somebody wants to send you an eggplant picture, right? You say, "Oh, is that only how big yours is? This is mine," and then send him back that picture. "Mine's bigger than yours." But That's just me. I'm twisted. I can't help it. That's my sense of humor, right? So what I want to do is do Photoshop and take a man's part that's attached right above a woman's part. To say, you think you're something special? Check out this. And send the top and the bottom together, in one photo, right? And I'll just crop that, put that together. But yeah, I wasn't mad at all, right? But he was like, oh crap. Because I know he's not doing that. I know that for a fact because I can get on Twitter and I can find out no problem, right? See who he's talking to, see who he's looking at, whatever, who he's, communicating with, right? I'm just like, isn't this supposed to be where you can share ideas or is this like a porn site? But yeah, I can't begrudge him, being on X, being on Twitter, because that's the only one that he goes on, right? So that's fine. He gets to say what he wants to say and get things off his chest, and whether he agrees or disagrees, et cetera, right? And we all need, some kind of outlet. So I just thought it was funny because he's, like I say, he doesn't do Facebook, he doesn't do YouTube, he doesn't do Instagram, he doesn't do TikTok. If you want to sit there and chat on Twitter, go right ahead. Fuck, I don't care. But yeah, that was my best prank ever. Played all like the jealous wife kind of thing. You cheating on me? Sorry, but you guys, I'm trying to get my firewood. It's underneath the table here. But yeah, I couldn't stop laughing. When I got home, I was just laughing. And then when he showed up, I had to stay straight faced again, and I couldn't do it. I bit the inside of my cheek so hard when I started over there. I bit the inside of my cheek so hard after I said it because I tried not to go like this. I wouldn't even turn around and look back. And all I wanted to do was look back. Is he freaking out? Neighbor freaked out even more. I said, well, you talk to her then. I know. I'm a bad girl. But hey, every birthday party needs some kind of drama and excitement. It was like a magic show. But it was fun. It was fun. All right. So I brought my bushcraft purse. You know, log carrier. I call it my bushcraft purse. Well, yeah, I got some longer pieces. That's why I got the stump. I'm gonna do it like old, what's his face? Cousin of my dad's. Yeah, I got like 9 kids. And he used to show up tired for work all the time. And then the boss found out he's got 9 kids. And he, no wonder you're freaking tired. So when he'd burn wood, this is way back. I'm talking way back in the 50s. He's probably passed on by now, no doubt. But yeah, when they burn in the old stove, it was a lot of work when you got 8 feet of snow out there and whatnot. So they dragged the logs into the house, covered in snow, let them melt, and then he'd just set them up on an old footstool and start feeding them into the stove that way, keep family warm, right? When everybody basically lived in the kitchen. This might have been 30s, maybe not the 50s, might have been the 30s. But my dad talks about that story all the time, right? Well, of course he's tired. He's got 9 friggin' kids. And back then, during the Depression era, yeah, I guess you would get tired. Nothing else to do, but oh, dang it. All right, hang on. I'm throwing wood all over the ground. But it's burning wood. we don't want that. So yeah, so he talk about how he just take an old log and set it up on one of those little footstools and then just keep pushing it in because he's tired. And it burned down so far, and then he push it in and shut the stove door. But yeah, back in the days. Can't remember. I think his name was Jerome or something like that. Oh, I love this now. I got the light on from where I used to have my fires out in the driveway part where there's like no grass. And if you saw that one live that I had out there, you could see the two big lights up behind me from up on the balcony porch. Well, they're shining down now, and it's lighting up all around the clothesline and the rabbit coop again from this side. So I can definitely see, I can see all the way to that big wood pile. So that makes me happy. Now I'm not so nervous. I got my animals behind me, and they're all tucked in nice and safe and sound, and they're quiet. And their light is on a timer. I don't even know if it went off yet. If it went off, at least I'll know what time it is. Hang on. Okay. It must be around 9:30ish or after 9:30 because like I say, I got their lights on a timer now. So that's helpful. That way it gives the chickens a chance to eat and do whatever. Because Angelina, she just pig out on her. Blah, 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 done. All right. But with the chickens, obviously, they take a little bit longer. And then she wants to come run and food is. So what I have to do is keep a light layer of hay on the floor and sprinkle some of their food on the floor. And then they'll scratch and pick at it to get what they want when they're down on the floor. But up top, I have their feeder, and it's just there's not enough room for everybody to get into it at once. So, but tomorrow I'm finishing up the floor on that coop around the edges. It's all insulated now. Mr. Moon got it all insulated for me. So it's actually pretty cool in there on when the sun's beating down on it. I do have a pal rough on the top, clear pal rough, so it lights up from the top. And the big heavy door that's on the window is screen. And then there's the chicken door. So it stays pretty cool in the summer. Not cold or nothing, just cool. And then in the wintertime, it should stay a little bit warmer. But just going to cut a hole from that coop into the big barn. So if they want to go into the bigger barn with Angelina, they can. But there's insulation just poking through that Roxel all around the edges where the boards were kind of short in some spots. And then we stuffed the insulation down there. Then, like I said, I want to take the feed bags, cut them in half, staple them down, and then we're going to put the metal over top of that, and then fold that bag back over it, staple it down so that they don't get their little toenails caught in it. They're not going to do anything to it. It'll be covered in hay anyways, but it stop anything from crawling up from underneath and getting in. So that's going to work out. I'm doing that tomorrow. I just wasn't going to work this weekend. Nope, took the weekend off. It's Captain Morgan kind of weekend. Happy birthday. Yeehaw. So I guess I should get back to doing some filming and get back out to camp and do something. You should see the boards. Remember those boards I was digging up? Well, now that I've pulled most of them up, and I mean, they're still in the elements, but they're not all buried in the dirt, buried all in the pine cone duff and stuff from the squirrels. Those boards they're pretty solid still. So I might either I'd like to build a harvest table out of them. That would be cool. But that's going to take a lot of planing because they are pretty rough cut. So I think in camp I might actually use two of them together to make a raised bench, like a bed. Not that I'll sleep out there without a dog. But I got some electric fencing. I'm really happy about that. I'm going to put electric fence around camp. Yep. Just pull up to that and hook her up to the truck battery. And yep, nothing's going to bother me. I'm going to hear it. Coyote! I'm excited about it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I got like lots of electric fencing. It's secondhand. But I got all the connectors. I got the little clips. And then the hookup for it. And all you got to do basically is just hook it up to like car battery. So that don't hurt my feelings none. Nope. I'm gonna run that around the whole camp. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build like the hillbilly fence, as they call it, just out of your old saplings and dried wood and stuff like that. Just it'll look like one of those old cedar rail fences. I'm gonna put that all around it, and then I'm gonna run the electric fence about a foot outside of that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, something hits that, I'm gonna know. It'll probably be me with my luck. I'll go backing up, go potty somewhere. Sit back a little bit too far, catch it across the rear end, hey? Hey, Jeremy and Cheryl, hi. Thanks for coming in. Thank you. That's awesome. I need my Rambo knife. I do have a Rambo knife. I really do. But that's not going to help when, it's already in bed with me, right? That's what the shovel's for. Just poke them and get away, right? But yeah, I did that once when I didn't poke a bear with the shovel, but the electric fence, I did that one time. And I'm pretty sure I already spoke about that in a video. There's an electric fence. No, actually, I was talking to my dad about it yesterday. And on the phone call, I was trying to remember who did I tell that story to? It was long grass. I had to go potty. And somebody said to me, well, you just go down there, nobody will see you, but watch out for the fence. Well, I didn't see a fence. So I pulled my shorts down to take a piddle. And apparently, I was close to an electric fence. Now, I didn't pee on the fence, which is a good thing. But I put my bum cheek against it. And boy, howdy, that thing ever give me a crack. I thought I got kicked by a mule. But it just kapucked me right across my bare bottom. It sent me forward, of course, because it hurt, right? And I lunged forward and I was crying and I peed all in my boot and I picked my boot up and I come back, my pants is half up, just enough to cover my privates, and I'm like, look what happened to my bottom. Why are you holding your boot? I peed in it. I was all upset, right? I was like 13 years old. So now it's like I will never touch an electric fence again. Not ever. Not for love nor money. I don't care. I don't. He said watch out for the fence, but I was looking for like a wooden fence or chain link fence or chicken wire fence. I didn't know it was just like this thin blue line through the tall grass, right? Just pock! And it got me butt good. Yep, it got me really good. Aw. So it was cute. That was cute. But yeah, I learned my lesson from electric fence. My dad was joking and said he learned about electric fence. He said he put his tongue on the electric fence. And I said, I bet you didn't do that again. He goes, not after the second time. Like, well, we know where I get my brains. But yeah, it was fun. It was a good day yesterday. But yeah, I want to string up an electric fence around camp. Just at night. So when I'm there at night, I don't have to worry about anything. So, but what I really need is a puppy. Hammy needs a puppy. I said this on my Facebook Live too. I just want a puppy. The puppy will at least bark if it picks up on something. Why is a raven crow and craw and caw and whatever this time of night? I mean, it's dark out here now. The ravens shouldn't be making any noise. No, I don't hear nothing. Don't smell nothing. Like I say, if I lean this way and look through the sunroom door, right? Well, what was that? Now my tablet just went bright green for a second. No, I don't see nothing. But like I say, I'm not doing this alone. I'm not home alone right now, so He's inside, so if he sees anything, and it'll set off an alarm too to let you know that there's something moving. Just sets off like a little ping. So that's weird though. I'm surprised that Raven's making noise. Well, I do have a nest just past the house, so they might be hearing me talking too loud, freaking them out. Yeah. Loud mouth saves lives. You've heard that about motorcycles, right? Loud pipes save lives. Yeah, well, this loud mouth saves my life. These are too long. So thank you, Chuck, for the other night. That was a lot of fun. Like I say, you didn't have to post that. You don't have to, or if you did, just take it down. Honestly, I'd prefer it that way because that was just for friends and family, right? That's not for the entire public. So because I don't usually celebrate my birthday in like public, like in a restaurant or a bar or anything like that. Not usually. I usually just keep that for friends and family. Because, it's something special. Come on, candle. Nothing is working. Everything's crap today. Like, not crap. It's not a crappy day. It's just everything I'm using today isn't working. But I turn this one on. It'll be too bright. There we go. Are you guys seeing a flicker when I'm doing this live? Are you seeing a flicker? Because I look, and sometimes if I move too quick or something, my camera goes all, it's like a green flash. And it's not from the lights, it's like pixels. I don't know. I got a moth. Moth came to visit. So I'm just trying to get this fire back up. I can run around and do stuff off camera. But yeah, it's been a really good day. Been a quiet day. I still have my daffodil. It's right here beside me. See, it did it again. I go like that and it just went. Maybe I got too much cross light. I don't know. Or the internet's farting in and out. I don't know. Can you still see me? Can you still hear me? But thanks for coming in, everybody. I appreciate that. That's cool. Like I said, I took the food inside, so yeah, cooking in bear country is not necessarily a good idea, especially if you haven't seen my bear videos from last year. I think it was the year before. I have a playlist. It's called "The Bees and the Bears," and you'll see the bear trying to bust in the house while I'm cussing him out in the garage. Or the second, well, there's two videos. One, I'm cussing him out while I'm up on the balcony, but I can't see him. That's the thing. I didn't have no outside light out there, and with my upstairs porch light on, I still couldn't see him down on the ground. It was about, I don't know, 8 feet down, and I couldn't see him. I could hear him though. I could smell him, and I didn't even know that he was staring at me. Like, yeah, so what, lady? Big whoop, right? He did not react the way a bear should act. Then when we checked the video footage later from the security cam that picked him up, he was snapping his jaws at me. I was just pissing him off, right? Which was kind of scary because, if my sliding doors were open and I was sleeping up on the sofa, and that's what woke me up, was I heard him down rustling around down by the truck, knocking, things over. But I had my sliding door open, just the screen, right? Now that's 8 feet up in the air. If I'd had the sliding door open down on the ground right next to the truck, he would have been canoodling with me on the sofa. So I hollered at him, and then he went away. And I come down to check the cameras again, and sure enough, there's a picture of them and all that. So it was like, all right. So we went around and there was nothing in the garbage. We went around, we checked everything and made sure everything was cleaned up. There's nothing to draw them in. 3 nights later, 4 nights later, he came back. And he came back 3 times. The only thing he took out of the garbage was dirty kitty litter bags and busted them open all over my driveway. But he kept circling around the Jeep. Mr. Man was at the door. And I'm running back to check the camera because there's no light out there. You can't see him, right? And I was screaming, "Don't open the door!" So we put the bar across the door for the garage and we're banging on it. And then I'm running back to see. Every time we banged on the door, he started showing up. I was like, "Are you kidding me? You're supposed to go the other way, right?" So finally let off a bunch of these little bottle rockets and stuff and yelling and hollering, and he went away. And but it was ministry was they set up a bait stand down the road, and they're not supposed to set it up this close to homes, but they were doing a wildlife count, and they put up this tiny little sign, and people didn't really know about it, and all kinds of garbage eaters, right, came in: foxes, wolves, coyotes, bears, the lynxes, everything, anything that would eat garbage meat. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, lady down the road, she drives a school bus, for crying out loud. Okay, really, you're doing that? And the sign they put up says, "Warning: dangerous animals may be in the area for uh, a wildlife count for through the ministry, etc., etc." Mr. Moon takes a picture of the sign. There's a freaking red squirrel sitting on it. Right? It's like, yeah, okay. So needless to say, everybody in the community got a little bit cranky about that, because you're not supposed to set up a bait station for a wildlife count anywhere near a residential area, right? Where there's homes. You got to be miles away. It's less than, I don't know, quarter mile off my driveway, right? It's like, really? So I was not impressed with that, because that put everybody in danger. And there's lots of little kids. And over here, they got little grandkids running around and playing and stuff, right? So it was just like, no, no, no. And I got livestock and chickens, and the other neighbor had chickens. And yeah, it just put us all at risk. And we were not happy about it. So, and the dump is probably, I don't know, what, 20 minutes away? So hopefully they just all head towards the dump, and then they stopped feeding them. That was the thing. Then they did it for so long, and then they stopped. They just pulled everything and stopped. Well, all these animals are coming in regularly, all right? And suddenly there's no food. So the neighbor lost two great big bins of chicken feed, all right? Then it started trying to break into people's houses. One place they have a woodshed, and it opens up to off their kitchen window, but there's no door on the front, so the bear just wanders into their woodshed and tries to bust in the kitchen window while she's cooking. It's like, are you kidding me? So, yeah. So when the neighbor started saying, "I smell bear," I took him serious, and then it turned out he was just funning me. So I didn't think that was funny. So that's why I pulled my practical joke today. Make him think that, she's mad about that. About, hubby getting that email, right? He was like, oh, you can see it on his face, right? She's never going to let me hang out with him or nothing anymore. Yeah. And he doesn't like peanut butter, from what I hear. He doesn't like peanut butter and chocolate. And the grandbaby, Karma, I love her. That's her new name for me. She says, "Papa," she says, "close your eyes, open your mouth." So he did. She took one of those Easter eggs, the little Easter eggs that you get, they're chocolate, and she smeared peanut butter all over it, popped it in his mouth, and he didn't even check it before he bit down. He got a mouthful of peanut butter and chocolate. He was just, oh. That's my girl. Yep. Hammy loves you. So serves him right. But, I'm smelling that piss again. I wonder if it's me. No. Hey, yeah, I gotta make some noise. Oh, broke my poker. Hang on, I'm just gonna ask him to check that thing. I somebody smelling cat piss. Hey, Moon, you see anything at all in there? You hear me banging around, that's why. Alright, I'm back, folks. Sorry about that. I'm coming. Okay, I'm back. No, I just went and checked, and the alarm's nothing. I just checked the thingy, and nothing's gone off. I've got the cameras around this whole area, so if anything moves out here, it's picking me up. It picks me up, no problem. I keep catching a whiff of like cat spray, like male cat spray, and that's what I smelled the other night. So he might be around, but I'm not worried about it. He's not gonna just come up and come after me. He ain't got no reason to, right? I'm not. I'm not easy dinner. So if anything, he'll climb up on the porch, try to steal the raven food. Glad you like bread, French fries. But yeah, no, I just like I said, I just checked that, so it's all good. Everything's good. I got my shovel right here, amongst other things. I got this whole yard lit up right now. So I was surprised though to see that one day when I come in. I was surprised to see that he come right up to where I was having my fire before. I was pretty vulnerable because I was sitting out and there was nothing around me. I was sitting out in the open. There was nothing at all that gave me any sense of security, right? But it's only 10:30, so I'm not gonna call it just yet. I will once this burns down. All right, well I'm gonna set you guys down so you guys can watch the fire for a little bit while I sit here and let's just say get prepared. All right. It ain't no use to me if I gotta keep yanking it out of a pouch. Try to get the shovel out from under a rope. I probably got a bear banger still, but I don't like to use them because it wakes up the neighbors, and when the grandbaby's over, it scares her. Because I mean that thing is loud. I let it off out west one time. It's the little pen one with the bear banger on it, and I fired that off right at the edge of the lake because I lived on the edge of the lake, but I was up on my porch and there was a bear in the yard, and I fired that up, and I had a big mountain behind me and then the lake, and you could just hear that echo for miles. My friend calls me up. She says, "Did you hear that noise? Was that you?" And I was like, "Yeah, that was me." Said, "Did you light off that bear banger?" So I sure did. She said, "That was a loud one." I said, I when I lit it off, I said, when I set it off, I said, I wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to flake down and with the hot ash that comes out once it explodes, right? I mean, you can get them at Canadian Tire, you can get them at Bass Pro Shop and whatnot, right? They're not illegal or anything. But when I let it go, I wanted to make sure that once the projectile went so far, when it came down, it would land over the lake because it was pretty dry, and I was nervous about using it. Well, once it went pow over the lake, it just bounced off the mountains, and it just echoed all the way down the valley and down the lake. And yeah, it was funny. I said, "Well, it's still safer than that crazy man. There's a crazy man out there. He'd come and visit, And he didn't have a phone. So I'd worry about him getting home, driving up the side of the mountain and, getting to his place. And you never knew if he got home safe or not. That crazy old man, every time he got home, he'd fire off 2 rounds off the shotgun just to let me know he got home. You could just hear it boom, boom. I was like, yep, Norman's home. Yeah, I lived so high up the mountain you had to tie a telephone line to a moose's ass just to make a long distance call, man. I tell you what. It was a lot of fun out there. Lived on the lake, lived on the side of the mountain. If you didn't stay on the driveway, holy joes, let me tell you. You definitely didn't make that mistake twice. But it was a lot of fun out there. I had a lot of fun out there. It was awesome. It was awesome. I got pictures of moose coming right down the hillside, and they're just hanging out in the yard. And I'm like, excuse me, like, do you mind? I need to go from this house over to the cabin. And they're like, you wait till we're done, woman. And the snow was so deep, I watched the moose walk through the snowdrift like it was nothing. And I went up to go to my little barn, and I thought, okay, well, I'll just step in the moose track. It went up past my hoo ha with my leg now stuck in a hole. And I'm trying to get out of that, right? And crawl forwards to get up the hill. And I couldn't do it. I ended up having to roll over on my side, get my leg out, and slide back down. And it wasn't a big hill at all, right? I'm like, how did the moose do that? When he did it, it barely went to his knee. But on me, it was up to my hoo ha, and I got stuck in the moose hole. So what I used to do, because he'd come and visit my goats out there, is I'd get up in the morning, I'd see moose tracks all around the edges of the fence, right? So I'd put some hay near the edge of the fence. The goats would eat what they wanted, and then the moose would come in and eat whatever he or she wanted, right? And I decided, well, I got this whole bag of apples, and they're starting to go off, right? They're getting soft, and so I gave some to the goats, and then the other ones, I had to take a pool ladder. Okay, you know those pool ladders that are shaped like so? Right? I got a pool ladder, and I got that sitting up on top of the snowbank, right, with apples on it. And when he walked by, right, he would just eat a little bit off the top, and then he would wander on. But when he sank in the snow, again, when I went to go see how deep the snow was, I sank, stepping in his hole, right up to my hoo ha. And it was just like, oh my gosh, they breed them big out here. But yeah, there is all kinds of things out there. One time, I was sitting out front, and the day before, I had seen a mama bear and her 2 cubs just cross the road. And every time they crossed the road, that was the first time I saw it with 2 cubs on the road. But my road was a dead end road, and then it went down to a ravine, and then it was train tracks, and then over that was the highway 16, the bad highway that everybody talks about out west, where all those missing indigenous women went, where they disappeared. It was highway 16. And the bears used to cross all the time, which was fine that they crossed, but they would cross there and come right up that dead end road, come right up my property and cross right in front of my well house. Which is kind of unnerving, It's like when you got to go down to the well house, right? Just to flip the switch or something, or get something out of it. And it was just like, wow. And there's always ginormous turds all the time on the road. And we had one come up the driveway one time, and our cat Littlefoot, he just goes out, rolls around in the driveway, thinks it's like a dog's not gonna hurt him, right? We're freaking out, going out yelling and hollering to get rid of the bear and grab the cat, bring the cat in the house. And man, they were everywhere. And one time I was out in between the 2 buildings, and I had my campfire out there. It's about well, we had the one house, the main house, and then there was like a cabin. But there was like a lot big enough in between the 2 buildings that you could have put another house. So I used to have my garden out there and my campfires out there and stuff, right? And then I started dozing off one night, and he yells to me, he's like, come on in. And I'm like, all right, I guess, right? Something caught his eye and I didn't see it, but it was up the ridge behind me. There was a bear sitting up there watching me fall asleep at the fire. And I'm out there by myself, right? So next thing you know, well, we got, floodlights going on and everything. I didn't see nothing. We went up and checked the next day. There was 4 different spots where they were just laying there and just watching down at the homestead. One time I was behind him. He was bringing the tractor up. He brought it up into the rock. I'm just following him and singing along and all this, right? He gets up there and he digs the stuff he's got to dig and everything. And uh, our our renter, he goes down on the quad and he goes back down the hill, and Mr. Moon stops tractor. He just get in. I says, I don't need to get in. All right, I'm loving this. He says, get in. So I get into this 580 case, right? I climb right up in and I said, what? And he says, look over there. 800-pound black bear that our renter, when he went down this way, down the hill, had spooked from beside my house that came up into the quarry right behind my barn and was just walking nonchalantly and all this. I would have walked right into him because I was going to take the roundabout way and just check for the berries, my little strawberries and stuff. I would have walked right into this bastard, right? It was like, no way. So what he does is he gets me in the tractor and he starts banging the bucket on the ground to get him to bugger off. Bear just looks at him just like, phew. We found out later that 800-pound black bear is the one that was watching me in the yard all the time. Oh my God. So yeah, I have my stick and I have a big mouth and I will scream and pee and fight for you. If you come across a black bear and he comes after you, you freaking fight for your life. I'm telling you, don't play dead with the black. Everybody thinks a grizzly is more dangerous than a black bear, and that is absolute bullshit. And I'll tell you that right now. And that's a hard fact right there. A grizzly, okay, you play dead. That's the only way you're going to save your life. Protect your head and your neck. A black bear will actively hunt you. He will circle around behind you and track you and hunt you. And when he gets a hold of you, he's not going to quit. You fight for your fucking life. Same as with the mountain lion. You fight. Oh my God, you fight. You go for his eyes. You do whatever you can. You quit fighting. You quit fighting, you're dead. I'll tell you that right now. Once the fight's on, once he's after you, you don't fight back, you're dead. Period. Everybody thinks, oh, the grizzly's scarier. No. A grizzly sometimes will just bluff. All right. A black bear, he don't bluff. We've had them out west where they follow our buddy Dave. He'd do a hunt and they would circle around behind him while he's hunting and sneak up on him. They would literally sneak up on him. He's like, well, I seen one over there. And he was, now I'm scaring myself. Good Lord Almighty. I need me a bigger stick. But no, all joking aside, a black bear is actually more dangerous than a grizzly bear when it comes to an attack. Okay? With the grizzly bear, if you play dead, whatever, just protect yourself the best you can. Right? He'll get bored. He'll stuff you under a log or something, come back, play with you later. A black bear won't quit. He won't quit. And it's a myth that people think, oh, adult black bears can't climb trees. That's bullshit. They can climb trees. Grizzly can't climb a tree, right? Black bear, as an adult, can still climb a tree. So if you think, well, I'll just run up a tree, well, he gonna be right behind you. If he wants you bad enough, he'll climb that tree too. The cubs are better at it, but a black bear can climb a tree. And ladies, do not go camping if you have your flower. Okay, no matter what. If you get your flower when you're camping, you get your ass in the car. If you're in like, a provincial park or something, get your ass in the car and cancel your trip. Period. Because they can smell blood up to 5 miles away. You think anytime you're taking a pee that he's not going to smell that in the ground? What are you doing with your toiletries? You don't think he's going to smell that? You think just burying them in the ground is going to get rid of that? No. He'll wait till you're in the tent. He can smell it on you. He can smell it in you. So, you get your flower, cancel that camping trip. Not trying to scare you. Trying to save you. But yeah, they can smell blood up to like 5 miles away. So, and I know this might sound rude, but if you've ever smelt yourself during your flower, imagine that 100 times more pungent and potent, because that's how a bear would smell it. There's no way to disguise it. There's no way, if even with your toiletries, there's no way to stop that odor. You can't stop that odor. So that's how that couple got killed in that one provincial park. She came on her flower, and the grizzly actually came right in and yanked her right out of the tent, and she was dead before the husband was even awake. So yeah, if you get your flower, don't be outside. Don't pee outside. Don't be out in the woods. Don't do none of that. Because you can't disguise the smell. All right, well, I'm going to put you down to look at the fire, because I'm going to go do a circle check. I just got to go in and check the cameras. I'm going to go do a check, and I'll be back. So just bear with me while I try to prop you up down here. This thing kind of works, but it doesn't. That's probably what I get from getting it from Temu. See, it doesn't want to work right. All right. How's that? Is that working? Okay. I lived in the bush most of my life. I'm not some city girl that just moved to the country and trying to figure it out. That's just not my way. You put me in the city, and yeah, I'm lost. I can't tell who the predators are in the city. Well, here I can. I'd rather face the predators out here than go into a big city and try to figure it out. Because there's a good chance I wouldn't make it in the city. Just like a lot of people come out here, they wouldn't make it. So I put my butt in front of you. Alright, that'll keep you busy for a minute. Give you something to look at. I'll be right back. All right, folks, I'm coming back. Sorry about that. Had to go and check out some things, and Mr. Moon's got to get up in a couple hours. 10:30 now. You got to get up in a couple hours. And oh, so got him and his buddy got a long day tomorrow. His buddy's got a doctor's appointment at 8 o'clock, and then it's another 4.5 hour drive one way. So he's going with him just so that he don't hurt the other fella, don't hurt himself driving. So I figure we'll just burn this up, and then once she starts to burn down, I'll probably call it a night. But yeah, I checked everything. Everything's good. There's nothing around. We have had a stray tomcat around, so that's probably what I'm smelling. I do have one female that was a rescue, and she's never been fixed. She don't go outside or nothing, but he could be picking up her scent when she comes down the sunroom or something. But yeah, I figured out how to, if I can remember now. The other one, it took 17 hours. Birds are chirping now. Birds don't chirp at night. What the heck? Maybe it's not as dark as I think. But, what was I saying? No, I forget. I literally forget. That couldn't have been important. But tomorrow I'm going to go into camp. Oh, well, like I say, he's got to go do that. I got to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, do chores. And then I'll probably let the kids out probably about 10. Let them hang out. The chickens and the goat, let them hang out in the morning sun. Give them lunch at noon. But I think they should be all right. If it rains tomorrow, they don't come out. And if it rains a little bit, then I'm just going to go to camp. Because I don't have anything pressing to do tomorrow. If I go to camp, then we'll hang out at camp. And I got 2 more cameras that I can use now. I got a Vivitar. I just got to download or put the disc in and download the program. And then I've got this little, my go-to little one. I can't remember what it's called. But it takes about 2,000 pictures or some video, but there's no audio on it. So I'm going to set that up too and charge up my tablet. See what I can do at camp tomorrow. I actually kind of hope it rains a little bit. Because if it rains a little bit, then I don't have to stay home and do fox watch. You know, predator watch for the chickens and the goat. Because the chickens just walk through the fence. They can get right through it. The goat, she's pretty self-sufficient, but there's not much around here that would come to her in the daytime to harass her. But chickens, that's a different story. That's an easy lunch right there. Chicken scared me half to death today. She come into this thing, this little tarp shelter, and was hanging out in here, and I couldn't see her. I didn't see her at first. I call her driftwood because she's the color of driftwood. She's all browns and stuff. Looks like a grouse. She's in here. Suddenly she starts fluttering around because she wants to get out, and I'm freaking her out, and I don't even know she's in here. Scared me half to death. She starts banging around, knocking shit over, banging on that tarp, and I'm like, what? I come around the corner with my shovel. Yeah, just freaking out. I'm like, what the hell is going on in here? I just come outside. Well, this was earlier today, right? Apparently she likes the shade. That was funny. So it's my birthday for another hour and a half, and I'm trying to make the best of it. So I only get to do this once a year. And if you see on my Facebook says that my birthday is July 11th. That was wrong. Because Mom and I were going to share the account. So we had put her birthday, which was a typo to begin with. And anyways, we just left it because I was at one point I was sharing my Facebook account with her, so we just used her birthday. But we use her birthday, my day. I have no idea how that happened, but so if you see that on Facebook that my birthday is July 11th, no, it's not. But I honestly I don't know how to get in there and fix it. And to be honest with you, I don't want strangers knowing when my birthday is. So I tell everybody today, it's my birthday today. No, I don't trust Facebook at all. So, but that's why that's that way. So if you get that in your if my Facebook friends get that in their notifications, that's why. Because Mom and I shared the account. I was introducing her to Facebook. And then she decided she wanted her own account and never fixed the other one. So I should probably just do up my own single account. But why? I have lots of Facebook pages too. I have Mountain Moon Adventures page. Uh, I got a gardening page. I have a sassy page, if you will. Like Roadhouse kind of thing, where it's just adult humor. I got a buy and sell group. I've got groups for all my pages, and I have um, animal Riders Against Animal Cruelty group, and yeah, there's like 9 of them in total. And then I'm a moderator on a couple of little hippie, you know, gypsy kind of pages too. So I'm busy all the time. And now I have a YouTube channel. And I'm really liking my YouTube channel. It's easier. Honestly, it's easier. Yeah, fire's burning down. I don't want to stoke it up too much because, like I say, I got shut down because me trucking through, it's going to wake them up. I forgot that he's got to get up at 4 in the morning, so I can't have him sitting there keeping an eye on things for me, on things I can't see. Alright, I'm bringing his back up to me. I'm done running the roads. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome to the campfire. I know, fix this thing again. So I mean the stand works okay, but this is not a great angle, but it's the only way I can put it up right now without flipping it around. You know how you turn your camera sideways? Okay. Well, I'm new to that. I usually do it vertical, like you would in shorts. I've been doing that since I started my channel. It never even dawned on me to turn my camera sideways. Some things you just don't think about, right? So, anyways, I started doing that, and then when I started the live, I flipped this the other way, and now the whole tablet's all upside down and crazy. But if I go to move it, it screws up the feed. So just kind of got to run with it, right? It is what it is, right? It's like, is it a cupcake or is it a muffin? If you forget the frosting, well, now it's a muffin. But yeah, I'm gonna do some videos tomorrow. I think no matter what, it might be just doing stuff in the barn. I'll try to keep the schmutz out of it, right? But yeah, either animal videos with the goat net and whatnot. Or like I say, if it's a cloudy day. See, the black flies are really bad right now. So that's the reason I moved the stove out here. Was I don't know if you guys were if you were watching before, then you would know. I moved the stove back here so that I can burn smoky stuff like grass. Not a lot, just like, get a little fire like I got going now. Wait for it to hit coals and then throw some weeds on it inside, right? So, all right. Well, I just got notified that my battery's gonna die. It figures. All right. Guess I'm shutting down earlier than I thought because I'm a dummy and I didn't bring out the charger or another extension cord. I got 100 feet of extension cord with only one plug in. Do I want to plug in my tablet, keep going, or do I want to keep my light on so I can see if something's going to eat me? I'm keeping my light on. I love you guys, but I'm keeping my light on. All right. Anyways, I hope y'all have a great day. All right. And I love you, and Jesus loves you, and you need to keep your moonshine on. Watch out for bears. Stay out of trouble. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, we'll plan something good tomorrow. Tomorrow will be fun. I promise. I'll do something fun and funky and weird, and just make you say, "What the fuck was that?" All right, thanks for watching, guys. We'll talk to you later. Okay. All right, bye.